Good evening, traders. It's Paul Clevitt from the SignalTrader Forex trading system and STRobot trading robot. So I'm going to basically take you through an overview of the whole system. Now the system is made up of various different parts. So what we're going to do is look at the MetaTrader 4 part of it first. Now, as you can see here, on MetaTrader 4 at the moment, I've got some indicators and some things going on the screen. So I'm going to go through each little thing. First thing I want you to look at is this here. Over in the corner, this is your trend information. So if you've got this, that means it's a bearish trend turning into a bullish trend on the 15-minute, and then on the 4-hour it's the other way. It's a bullish trend turning into a bearish trend. So that's quite a useful kind of function. Up here, this bit here is potential trades. So it's constantly analysing potential trades. It uses basically it uses a number of indicators to work out what it's doing. So the first thing we're going to look at is the 50 period moving average. We're on a daily chart. It's locked into the daily, so whatever you look at, it'll be using that. So I can then flip between charts just by clicking on this arrow here. So we flip through a few trying to find an interesting chart to look at. So here's a good 50 period moving average chart. So this gives us an overall attitude to sell this pair. It's dollar CAD. We're looking to sell it. Now if you go, so the robot will basically say, okay, we want to sell because we're below the 50 period moving average. Okay, in fact it wouldn't take this trade because it's outside of these fractal based pivots. So we don't know where it's going to turn. So we wait for it to generate a new fractal before we take the trade. Now, so what we're waiting for is we're waiting for a cross on the currency meter here. This is the currency strengths over a period of time, and the blue in the background is the market participation. So the bigger the histogram is, the more participation is. The less participation, the shorter the histogram is. And here is the chart controller just here. So if I click on select chart, choose a different one, GBP Euro for instance, it'll then switch to GBP Euro, so I don't have to. And here's a good one. Look, you can see it's all bearish all the way down, so we're looking to sell GBP Euro at the moment. So let's look for an entry. So where STRobot would have entered, let's look for a short entry because we'll be taking a long. So here's one here. There's a short entry there. So I'll just draw a straight line up so you can see exactly where the pair would have entered. Okay, so it would have entered about there, and as you can see it's got tons of scope, and it just went straight down. So I suspect the target would have been somewhere here, and we'd have closed our trade. Let's just measure that. If you're used to trading for 30 pips, this is not the sort of system for you. That's 131 pips. So we look for about 100 pips per trade, and we look for different places, the targets, depending on what's in the fractal. So for instance here we're looking for a short, and the target would be this bottom fractal here, which is the last place it stopped, which is just pretty flat. Again looking for a short, again looking for a short, but we could be turning into a long very shortly if it manages to retain its upper move. We're looking for a long from there to here, but at the moment there's a short there, but it's not. It's at 120 pips target, 4.55 to 1. So STRobot will probably take this. So good to go. So there's a little smiley face there. So STRobot's looking for a short at the moment. However, that could all change once the price gets above the 50 period moving average. We're actually approaching FOMC and some critical news, which is going to bounce the markets around a bit. So I'm actually out of all my trades. So here's the second screen, which shows you that I'm out of all my trades except one. I've got 100 pip profit on a short on Aussie New Zealand. Just flip back, I'll show you that. Select chart, Aussie New Zealand. Okay, now if I flip, okay, you can see that it's below the 200 period, the 50 period moving average. It entered the trade there. It's now down here 5 days later. 100 pips in profit. This is a robot trade that STRobot put on. So let's see. So you've got all your robot settings up in the corner here. There, robot settings. You've got what markets are open at this particular time. You've got broker time and other times there, and you've got a kind of summary and pips of your trades, and that's updated all the time. So that's kind of useful. So that's a couple of things. So the robot actually does all the maths and trading and things, and selects some trades. Now what happens then is it gets sent off to an external server, and you've got a web-based access where you can see the trades the robot didn't take. But it had a good setup, but it didn't take it. So Aussie CAD, it says the risk ratio is too low. So you can see that all across here. And you can see robot settings like the default lot size for this account. We've got a little tiny account. It's one of my test trading accounts, free accounts. We've got the currency meter. We've also got all the latest news and trading news here, which is quite useful, and some news information. So that's part of the system. There's also a user group. We've also got a Skype chat room that's online all the time. So there's all those things going on that are kind of to help you to trade, and that's basically how the SignalTrader Forex trading system works. There's this other thing over here, currency heat map. The greener it is, the more bullish the pair is, and the redder it is, the more bearish. But this is really useful here. That shows you what a percentage strength is against all the other currencies, all the other major currencies, which is a kind of flat view of what's happening right at this point over here. So right here, where we are there. So that's basically it. That's the SignalTrader Forex trading system. There's a robot that sits here and monitors all this, looks for the trades, and you can see this is a real trade the robot put on, and you can see it's entered it here. It's gone all the way down here very nicely. It's safe at the moment. So safe means that we can't lose the trade even if it comes back against us. So it says safe 70 pips, so it's a 70 pip profit trade at least. However, it's got to make it another sort of 40 pips and we'll be in the money. So that's it. Have a great time trading. I want to be at forextrader.com. That's the website, or you can contact us through dailyforextrader.me as well as the blog, or I want to be at forextrader.com.